who is a congressman from California, also a ranking member of the Intelligence Committee, joins me now. And, sir, you heard Secretary of State John Kerry there kind of dance around what the Obama administration did in October. I want to begin there because you sit on the Intelligence Committee. Do you think that the Obama administration did enough back in October to make clear to the American public what they felt was Russian interference?
Look, I think they could have come out earlier about the Russian interference, and I was urging them to begin working with our European allies to impose sanctions on Russia. But Donald Trump is not in a position to criticize the administration for not doing more before the election. Donald Trump was really the one who enabled this Russian operation to be so successful by giving them cover, by denying it was even happening, by denying it was the Russians, by denying that continuing to this day. So he's not in much of a position to criticize, and I think Secretary Kerry was exactly right when he said the administration was concerned that if they stepped in more forcefully, they would be perceived as trying to help Secretary Clinton, something certainly Donald Trump would have criticized during the campaign. So Mr. Trump can't have it both ways. He can't criticize the president for not coming down harder on Russia. At the same time, he's denying that Russia's involved.
Sir, I know you have to go to a briefing, and so one final question. Do you have any knowledge or suspicions of Team Trump being in contact with Vladimir Putin or the Kremlin during the general election campaign?
You know, that's not an issue I can speak to, but I can say this. You know, there's been a lot of interest in is there intelligence, is there an investigation, none of which I can comment on. But if you look just at what took place quite in the open, we know that the Russians were hacking. We know that the Russians were dumping information that was hurting Secretary Clinton and helping Donald Trump. And we know that while this was going on, Donald Trump was openly inviting the Russians to do more. It's not necessary to find some private back channel when you have the candidate himself saying, hey, Russia, if you're listening, look for those 30,000 emails. I'm sure it will be rewarded in the press if you do. There was enough, frankly, in the public domain for the American people to see and continue to see that this president-elect is putting on blinders when it comes to Russian interference.
Congressman Schiff, sir, thank you for your time. We're going to let you go, and we know you have to get to that intelligence briefing.